Consider this your go-to list whenever a party or barbecue comes up this summer. These 3 dishes are not only absolutely delicious and healthy, but they actually cater to the vegan, vegetarian, keto, paleo, and metabolic crowd, and probably all the other ones I am missing. Stick around to learn how to make 3 very easy summer side dishes that are sure to please everyone. It's Bella here, your lead metabolic nutritionist and recipe developer at Metabolic Living. Let's go ahead and dive straight into our first recipe. It's going to be a dairy-free, low-carb spinach and artichoke dip. It's perfect as an appetizer or a side dish. I mean, come on, who doesn't love like a delicious dip with chips dunked in? It's so good. Okay, so for this, you are going to need 1.5 cups of cashews. Now, these have been soaked in hot water for about 1 to 2 hours. You're also going to need 3 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. This is about 2 small lemons, regular size, or 1 big one like this. We've got 1/3 of a cup of avocado oil. You're also going to use 2/3 of a cup of unsweetened almond milk. Now you can use any nut milk you fancy, or even water if you don't have good nut milk available. In here I've got 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. Please try and buy nutritional yeast without the synthetic folic acid in. And then on our spice plate today, we have 1.5 teaspoons of onion powder, 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder. We've got 1.25 teaspoons of sea salt, and then just 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. We're also going to use a little bit more olive oil, so make sure that you have some on hand, or avocado oil, whatever one you fancy. We're also going to use 1 medium yellow onion, just chopped and diced finely. This is about 4 to 5 cloves of garlic, just diced. And then over here we've got about 10 to 12 ounces of fresh baby spinach. You can chop it a little bit finer. And then lastly, we have a 14-ounce can of organic artichoke hearts, and I've just drained these and chopped them up just a little bit. And then of course, if you fancy any other salt and pepper or anything, no worries at all. So let's go ahead and dive straight in. What you're going to do first is preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and then you're going to grab your blender and add all your sauce ingredients in. So first up, your cashews, popping those in, and then squeezing in your lemon here. You're also going to pop in your almond milk or whatever nut milk you're choosing. Your oil goes in there as well. And then also your nutritional yeast, such a fabulous one for any dairy-free cheesy dishes. And then all of your remaining seasonings go in there as well. Then what you're going to do is blend this until smooth and set it aside. Grab a large skillet and you're going to throw in there a little bit more olive oil or avocado oil, whatever cooking oil you fancy. And then bung on in your onions and your garlic. So pop them in there. And then saute this for about 3 to 5 minutes until those onions are just slightly starting to caramelize. The garlic is becoming really beautiful and fragrant. And then once that has sauteed a little bit, you are going to add in your artichokes and your spinach. So throw it all in there. I always laugh about spinach because I'll put all of this in and it will wilt down to like this much. It's fabulous. It's an amazing invention, really. Okay, so then what you're going to do, once you've tried to fit all of this in to the skillet, I'm clearly struggling, pop this back on about a medium-high heat, and you're going to saute it again for about 3 to 5 minutes, just until that spinach is wilted. The whole dish is going to be really fragrant at this point, and I will meet you guys back here in 3 minutes. Ooh, all right, so this has been sauteing really nicely for probably about 7 to 8 minutes total now. As you can see, the spinach has wilted down to nothing, but that's a good thing. That's what we want. So what you're going to do is remove the skillet from the heat, and then you are going to add your sauce. As you can see, I've zhuzhed mine up nicely in the blender. It's all smooth and liquidy, so just pour that over the top. Beautiful. You are going to be so shocked, especially if you've never really done vegan-y things before, how much this tastes like cheese. It's unbelievable. All right, so what you're going to do is kind of mix it together a little bit, just to make sure everything is incorporated. So good. Okay, mix it all in nicely. This is looking absolutely perfect. And then what you're gonna do is pop this entire skillet into the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes at, of course, your preheated oven of 350. And then I will meet you guys back there with your chips. Make sure you have them ready to go. So good. There you have recipe number 1, an absolute delicious plant-based, dairy-free, vegan, low-carb spinach and artichoke dip that your guests are going to go crazy for. This next dish is going to be an Israeli salad. It's very, very refreshing. It's packed with micronutrient-rich veggies, and it can be whipped together really, really easy in literally like 3 minutes or something crazy. So for this recipe, you are going to need 1 pound of cucumbers, just diced like so. You're going to need 1 pound of tomatoes. Also, you can use cherry tomatoes and just cut them in half, or regular large tomatoes and just cut them into quarters. You're also going to need 1/3 cup of red onion diced. This is my favorite part of the recipe, 1/2 cup of fresh parsley, just minced and diced really, really finely. You are also going to need 3 tablespoons of organic extra virgin olive oil. You're going to need the juice of 1 lemon, which equates to about 2 to 3 tablespoons. And then you're also going to need some salt and pepper to taste. Now, optional ingredients, you can add some tahini to take this dish to the next level, or you can add about 1/4 cup of feta cheese. This one actually has some garlic in it, which is really, really delicious. Of course, if you're vegan, no worries about that. This dish actually tastes amazing just as it is. So really, all you do is grab a large bowl and pop all of your ingredients in. I promised you guys this was easy. It really, really is. So add in your cucumber, your tomatoes, you're going to add your red onion in there, all of that delicious fresh parsley. This is from my backyard. Amazing. Squeeze in those lemons. This is going to give it a really nice, light and refreshing taste. So squeezing that on, and then I'm going to add my olive oil, again about 3 tablespoons here, or you can just eyeball it. Oh my gosh, this looks absolutely divine. And then just give it a nice toss. You can add some salt and pepper here, of course. You can also get a little creative and maybe add some garlic powder, onion powder. All of those things taste amazing in this. And then I'm actually going to add a little bit of feta to mine, just for a little bit of an additional flavor. A little bit of protein in there. Give it a nice stir. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. This is truly one of my favorite salads, especially for summer. I mean, literally how easy is that? And it's going to please a ton of guests. So really, that's all you do. Mix it in a large bowl. Guests can grab little plates or bowls and just serve it up themselves. Voila, beautiful. And I may have left my very best one until last, my fabulous faux potato salad. Now this is the perfect side dish for those of you who are looking for lower carb options. It tastes even better than, I guess, a normal potato salad. It's really, really creamy, it's flavorful, and it's absolutely packed full of antioxidants and nutrients thanks to all the veggies that are in there. So for this recipe, you are going to need 1 head of cauliflower just chopped into florets like this. You are, of course, going to need some salt and pepper to taste. You're also going to need 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I like to use organic and extra virgin. Over here, we've got 3 eggs. Now, these are hard boiled and chopped finely. Now, just a little note for my vegan friends. Don't panic. You can very easily just omit this all together, or you can actually dice up some tofu or even some pumpfu, which is pumpkin tofu. If you guys don't know, it's divine. And just do it in place of this. No worries at all. Over here, we've got 3 celery stalks. I also love the leaves personally, just diced up finely. In this little bowl, we've got 1/2 a red onion, again, just diced nice and finely. We have 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt. You can also, of course, use dairy-free yogurt. Just make sure it's unsweetened and unflavored, or it might be a little bit weird. On our plate over here, we've got a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. This is a tablespoon of honey, but it's gone crazy. You can also use maple syrup. And then we've also got over here 2 tablespoons of dill, just chopped. I've actually made a paste out of this one. And then you are going to need, again, another tablespoon of olive oil. And then over here, we've got 1 clove of garlic crushed up. The last thing you're going to need for this recipe is half a lemon and just juiced. So let's get going. What you're going to do is start by preheating the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and you are going to roast your cauliflower florets in salt, pepper and olive oil until nice and crispy. As you can see, I've already done this, which is why my cauliflower looks nice and crisp around the edges. Very, very simple recipe. Grab a large bowl and add all of your dressing ingredients. So you're going to pop in there your yogurt. Beautiful. You're going to add all of your seasonings. Yum. The dill in this is so good. I love dill. And then squeeze in your half a lemon. Really, really fresh and delish. You're also going to add in your tablespoon of olive oil here, so pop that in. And then give this a little bit of a stir. This is going to be your really creamy and delicious dressing for your potato salad. Give it a little bit of welly. Okay, gorgeous. You see that looking all nice and creamy. Now, very simply, you're going to add everything else. So pop in your eggs or your pumpfu or your tofu, whatever you're using here. Add on in your celery. Delish. Your red onion going in there, packing a little bit of a punch. Really rich in antioxidants, that red onion. And then, of course, our lovely roasted cauliflower. So pop that in. And then I would add a little bit of seasoning just to taste however you fancy. I'm going to do a little sprinkle of this delicious black pepper. And then, of course, a little sprinkle of salt. Now, I do use Himalayan sea salt for those extra minerals. And then just mix it all together until this really delicious creamy salad forms. I mean, yum. Come on, guys. Look at that. Who doesn't love creamy things? Everyone is going to love this one. Very easily made vegan and dairy-free. Obviously low carb, so a great alternative for those following a ketogenic or paleo diet. Absolutely fabulous. Again, whipped together in minutes. All you've got to do is make sure that's mixed really well. And again, just like the Israeli salad, set it on the side. People can just serve themselves a nice helping. And there you have it. Easy, healthy, and delish. So good. So good. And voila, 3 really simple, really healthy summer side dishes for your grill out, your holiday party, and your occasion, whatever that may be, just like 4th of July. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite summer side dish is. You may even give me some inspo for future ideas. I would love to hear your suggestions. If you guys love this video and you're looking for more healthy recipes, culinary tips, workouts, and more, please be sure to like this video by giving it a thumbs up, and then also subscribe to our Metabolic Living channel. We would love to have you as part of our Team Metabolic family. Also, pop on over to other social media channels like Instagram and Facebook. We are at Metabolic Living and we post new content all the time. We would love for you to check it out. Thanks so much for stopping by, everyone. Have a wonderful and healthy day, and I will see you all next time. Kidding.